killing us. We weren't designed for this much noise and distractions. We were designed for a much more peaceful life. For this much noise is it's overstimulating. Sometimes you just want everything to be quiet. This much stimulation is distracting. It's we let's face it. We scroll past more faces in 10 minutes than our ancestors saw in an entire lifetime. You see, we've gained connection, but we've lost presence. How many people do you see sitting around on their phones, even sitting at dinner with their husbands, their wives, and they're not even there? They're disconnected. You see, we know how to go viral, but we don't know how to be still. I'll say that again. We know how to go viral, but we don't know how to sit still. We've become addicted to the reactions, quick dopamine hits, scrolling through TikTok and doom scrolling, as they call it, looking for validation and disguising it as love. Oh, they liked my picture. They must love me. Somehow, this has made us more anxious. We're more lost and more emotionally unstable more than ever. Guys, I want you to do me a favor. Go to GeraldFears.com. Subscribe, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Guys, we don't need another productivity hack. We don't need another motivational quote either. We need stillness. We need meditation. We need to be able to just sit with ourselves quietly without our thoughts continuously taking over and giving us things that we don't want to think about. And you know why? Junk in, junk out. We haven't been on guard watching what's going on in our mind, so everything's seeping in. Meditation is not optional anymore. You have to learn how to quiet your mind. Let me say something you might not hear anywhere else. But if you don't learn to be still, the world will consume you, not only physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Sometimes it will feel like it's just too much when you're not able to just quiet the noise inside your mind. You see, I've struggled with my own depression, my own mental health issues, and I know that this is real. I'm not the only person that's ever dealt with this. Listen, our nervous systems weren't built for 24/7 news. What would happen if you ran a car for 24 hours? Our souls weren't built for consistent comparison, and yet we wonder why we can't sleep, why we're irritated, because we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. We're trying to keep up with the newest fads and the newest trends, and we're overwhelmed. And we keep feeding this chaos, and we don't feed ourselves. We're starving our soul. We haven't. Mental health is your health. I'll say that again. Mental health is your health. Meditation is not a luxury anymore, people. It's not for monks. It's not for yogis or warriors. Meditation is a worldwide phenomenon. Because in a world that's being hijacked by your mind, peace is it's the only power you have. Stillness is your rebellion in a world full of noise. What else do you have without your peace, without the peace of mind that you have? A piece of your mind. That's why they call it a piece. You don't get the whole thing. Listen, meditation isn't about crossing your legs and floating away, going to this magical place. It's about learning how to come back to yourself, how to hear your own voice instead of all the negative thoughts that creep in through social media, through your parents, through your social circles. Listen, how do you hear your own voice beneath all the noise? How is it possible? Listen, the smallest thing that you could do, listening to the wind blow, the ocean, the rivers, the trees bustling in the wind, that is a form of meditation. Just learn how to pay attention to something for a small amount of time and watch how your stillness becomes more effortless. Learning how to be with your thoughts lets the discomfort go away. Listen, you don't have to run from this. Meditation is not some hocus pocus. Being able to quiet your mind is the biggest luxury that you've ever had. We need meditation, and we need it now. And in a world full of noise and distractions, it's time for you to take your time back, take your mind back, take your thoughts back. And if this hits home, don't let this just be another episode for you. Take a moment after this, close your eyes, and just be. And if you're tired of not being able to turn off the constant thoughts of your mind, meditation is the key. If you want to learn how to control the chaotic thoughts in your mind, meditation is the key. If you're tired of doing this alone, I've been there. Book your one-on-one session with me. Go to geraldfears.com. The link is in the bio, and I'll even leave the calendar down there as well, guys. Mental health is your health. You don't have an option anymore about learning how to quiet your mind in a world full of chaos. If you don't learn how to get the right thoughts in and keep the wrong thoughts out, depression will take over. You won't be able to function at a high level. Listen, mental health and meditation go together. I'll say that again. Mental health and meditation go together. Okay? There's no way for you to have a healthy mind when you have all the things that you've been thinking about for the whole week, for the whole day, floating around in your mind. How do you choose which thought to go with? In a mind full of thoughts, how do you choose the right one? Right? How many thoughts do we think a day? If you think I'm joking, do your own research. ChatGPT is out there. Ask ChatGPT, how many thoughts does the average human being think on a day-to-day basis? Once you figure that number out, I want you to decide percentage-wise how many thoughts that come into your mind throughout the day based on that number are positive, and how many you think are negative and aren't very contributing to your overall well-being. And you can look at your own path and see what thoughts am I thinking? Am I thinking thoughts of elevation? Am I thinking uplifting thoughts, things that are encouraging and empowering? Or am I thinking negative thoughts? I can't do this. I never have, I never will. Whatever you're speaking, that's out of the abundance of the heart, your mouth speaks, meaning whatever's inside of your heart, you're going to say it. So meditation allows for you to get the junk, the noise, the bad thoughts out of your mind, right? I look at meditation like a filing system, right? I'm able to file the negative thoughts, put them so far away from the east is to the west, right? And then what am I able to do when I lock away the negative thoughts, Gerald? I'm glad you asked. So now what you've done is you've made room inside of your mind for the positive thoughts, for the new thoughts that come in, the new experiences. See, meditation also gets rid of the old experiences. You see, all we do as humans is repeat what we already know. We're like an old broken record. You hear people talking about how they were great in high school and what they did last week and all of this. So that we're just built like that, right? When you talk to somebody, they'll tell you everything you don't want to know, right? Why are we built like that? Because we're built on experiences. Our life is built on experiences. You're only going to repeat what you experience. So if you don't want to keep experiencing things that you don't like and you don't want to keep repeating it, how would you get those thoughts out of your mind? Meditation. What do you mean? I can get negative thoughts out of my mind by utilizing meditation? Well, absolutely. How do I do that? Well, easy. I'll go inside of my meditation, close my eyes, and if I can't close my eyes immediately, at least maybe darken the room and get away, distractions and so on. And close your eyes if you can. If you can't, that's fine. And then watch the thoughts that come in your mind. Turn off the radio. Everything is quiet. And just take a little inventory of what's going on inside of your mind. What are you thinking about? Just take a little inventory. It's your brain. You don't have to tell anybody. And you can even write it down if you want. You can, the first thought I thought of was this, write it down. You can do that actually, I would encourage you to write down what you're noticing. When you do the meditation, especially if you're a first timer, bring a journal down, bring a journal with you when you do your meditation. It'll really help a lot. Write down the thoughts that you're experiencing. Write it down, whether it's positive or negative or neutral, whatever it is, just jot it down. And after, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so of just jotting, just sitting there, and when something comes up, you write it. Just take a second and do a little inventory on what came up for you. Just do a little inventory. That's going to give you a gauge of where you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually all day long. And that'll give you some of the root problems or issues or things that aren't working in your life. And well, no wonder this won't show up for me. I keep thinking that it never will. No wonder they never signed the contract. I didn't have faith that they'd do the deal. You'll start to notice the coincidence and how your thoughts in your life are aligned, and how meditation is able to align your thoughts, get rid of the negative thoughts, bring in more space for the positive thoughts, and then you can create a brand new experience called life. I hope this has resonated with you and brought value, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Spotify, Fearless Conversations. We're on Apple, Fearless Conversations. Everything is Fearless Conversations because we're having fearless conversations. I'll see you guys in the next episode, and do me a favor. Don't forget to meditate. If you want to learn how to meditate, book a one-on-one consultation coaching with me. I can show you what methods work for me. I'm not going to show you how to meditate. I'm going to show you how to get into a meditative state. No one can teach you how to meditate, by the way. In case somebody ever says they can teach you, you can't teach somebody. I can get you in a meditative state to allow you to drop into meditation. I can show you how to do that. Yeah, absolutely. So I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode. This has been another one. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.